Consider supporting the Sci-Fi Collective on Patreon from only $1 a month. Link below in the description.
Hello and welcome to another video in the Building the Back to the Future DeLorean series from the Sci-Fi Collective. Now here we're going to be carrying on with building the door, and I do believe in this issue we're actually going to be attaching the door to the shell. So let's have a quick look, see what's going on. I have heard on the forums that there is a bit of an issue with regards to the actual door staying up by itself, but let's wait and see what happens. Okay, so here we've got a piece on the romance between Doc and Clara Clayson, and there we are looking at the mine where Doc hides the DeLorean. Okay, so let's see just how hard this is going to be. Okay, so the first thing that it wants me to do is to fit on this plate just here. So it wants the wire running down underneath. So it's going to be going through like that then. Okay, so that looks like it's supposedly where it wants it to be. Oh, that's why. Okay, there's a couple of little where does it want this? These bits. Where's it? Oh, it wants them up. That's why it's not going in. Okay, so it wants these bits to be facing up, and then we're pushing down and need to put that wire back to where it should have been now. In there. And that's it. Okay, so it wants the wire to be going through like that, and it wants us to attach that with 4 NM screws. Let's see what sort of thread they've got. I'll try the bigger one for now. Try the bigger screwdriver for that. If I can find it, there it is. We'll give that a go first of all. Okay. Doesn't feel like that's actually going in where it's meant to yet. Maybe I'll try the others. Try the others and just see if it's fitting straight in. They feel like they're... No, not quite. Okay, so let's... You just got to push it back a little bit to get the holes in line. Okay, how does that feel? Let's see. We'll see once the rest are in how that feels. Okay, so let's get the second one in. That looks like that's in line. Whoops. That feels doesn't look like it's screwed in enough. Try a different screwdriver. Definitely doesn't feel like it's in tight enough. Yeah, it's taking a good amount of welly. To get this in. Let's try and put a bit more pressure onto this one as well. Okay, well don't think there's really any give there. So even though it doesn't look like it's really in as tight as it can go, but that screw doesn't want to go in any further, so I can only assume that it is. Okay, now these ones are taking a little bit to line up, so I'm going to have to actually push this back a bit to get the screws in, I think. Oh, poo. That took it straight out. Get that sides going, so I'll do the back one first. Okay, let's just spin it now. But that feels like it's in tight enough. Okay, now let's bring over the frame. So, here we are. Okay, and what it wants us to do is, for the next step, we'll be working on the upper frame of the DeLorean. Identify this ringed area. Fit the hydraulic arm 70B into the slot as indicated. Okay, so that's the area that it wants us to work with. And this is the piece it wants us to put in there. Okay. So we have identified that piece. Next, it wants us to take the little metal frame and attach that with a QM screw. Okay, the QM screws are tiny, so I'll use a small screwdriver for this. And it wants us to attach this like so. Okay, now I believe this little piece of metal seems quite flimsy, so okay. Surprised it's not a screw either side, but because that's very flimsy, that little piece of metal. But I suppose if it's just to keep it in place, then that's all that matters. I'm not sure what vital role that holds yet, but that does seem a little bit flimsy to me. Okay, next it wants us to attach the door. It wants us to take the door assembly and put it into this position. And then it wants us to hold the door in place with 2 QM screws in the holes indicated. Okie dokie. So let's put the door on. Though first of all it wants us to feed the wire through this hole by the looks of it. Yep, that hole. I better put that piece of paper through, otherwise I'll forget what number it is. There you go. Okay. Let's okay, so these bits I assume are going to be pushing down into somewhere, are they? Do they just sit on top like that? I don't know. I don't know. Because that seems fine on the side. Okay, I'm assuming these little plastic bits need to just sit on the top. Well, let's turn it over and have a look, because that's where it wants us to be. It wants us to be underneath. Okay, and then it wants us to be attaching two QM screws here. Okay, so let's get some more of these QM screws going. And these are going via here. The QM screws seem quite small though, don't they? I would have thought the door would have needed a bit more heavy duty screws than these tiny things that we're putting in. And I don't even know what these are meant to be attaching to on the other side, but still. Question not. I'm just going to assume. No, that didn't actually attach onto anything. It's just spinning. It's just spinning. Can't see what the hell that is meant to actually be attaching onto. I wish I'd made that a bit more clear on the instructions, that you actually had to get those little black knobby bits, those little hinges into those positions before attempting, because I got lucky with the first one and it was already there. But the second one wasn't in position. Okay, that feels like it's done. Okay. Now it wants us to take this and try and get a good position for you. Get this hydraulic arm come on, pick up. Where's that going to attach on? That's just, that hydraulic arm is just going to attach onto there. So I need to pull that out, turn that a little bit. Oh, well, that's great. I've pulled the fucking screw out already. Told you they were pathetic screws. Oh, let's just get that fucking in. Let's get that in. And then I can fix the other screw in a minute. Okay, I'm not sure how you guys can see this or not. Just gotta screw that in there. That looks like that's enough. Okay, now I've got to put this back in and reattach that screw. Because this one has fallen out. So let's see how that is. Okay. So that is done. Tell you what, let's put it on top of the car and change the angle so that we can see what's going on. And that is it for issue 70. And that is it for issue 70. So I've got this piece just here. I'll just lay it on top to see how it looks. Actually, that does look quite nice. That does look quite nice. From the outside, looks lovely. Let's see this hydraulics problem. No, it just doesn't hold it. Oh, I've pulled the fucking screw out already. Those pathetic screws. I've pulled that screw out already. Needs a bigger screw in there. Oh dear. I'll tell you what, I'm going to try. I'm going to attach it on with a NM screw, I reckon. But still. I'll do that after this video. It looks good from the outside. Just hope that you're not intending to display it with the doors open in the goal position. So, but it does look good. It does look good like that. Just a shame that the hydraulic arm isn't very strong. But we'll see if there's any correction over time, and see if the Facebook group manages to figure anything out. Because it's one of those things, when it's a premium build like this, you do expect all of the kinks to have been worked out. But there definitely is some kinks. But when you're paying the amount of money that people are for this build... Oh, there goes my back. Yeah, no, I can understand some frustration. That doesn't look like my thing's going to actually stay flush. Now it looks like I'm going to have to try and sort something out eventually, because my bonnet doesn't look like it's going to stay flush. Still, I'll figure that out nearer the time. Can't be asked to do it now. But still, well, that's it. If you want to find out more about the collection, go on to the Eaglemoss website through the links in the description below. If you've made it this far through the video, why not give us a like and subscribe? Really appreciate all of your support. And why not follow us on Twitter? We're at Sci-Fi Collective with no E, and find us on Facebook. Just search for the Sci-Fi Collective, or go to our website, thescificollective.com. So that is it for this video. I will be starting on the next store soon. I'm hoping that maybe we get a solution to the hydraulics problem. We'll see. We'll see. See you in the future.